I realized that my mute button wasn't muted during a 2-hour meeting.
And nobody told you?
This happened 2 hours ago, and I'm still hiding under my blanket.
Oh my gosh.
It was a massive all-hands-on-deck meeting with about 40 people in it for a project launch. Usually I keep my mic hard muted on my headset, but today I was eating lunch, so I was double muted. Software mute, headset mute, or so I thought. By the way, this comes from Arama Maede. And if you want to spin your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit. I'm Riley.
I'm Angie.
And we give good advice goofily, mainly our thing here. And your thing is to comment what you know down below, because we want to hear it, because we don't really have that much information. So, OP says, about 45 minutes in, the project manager was explaining a delay in the timeline. I, thinking I was safe in my cocoon of silence, let out a very loud, very deep sigh and muttered, "Oh my gosh, just get to the point already. Nobody cares."
Oh no.
Remember that one scene in The Office when someone got a complaint for Daryl, like calling someone while he was having spicy sleep? Remember that? He got a complaint from Kelly? Yeah. So during one of the episodes, that's what happened.
Oh, was that like a Superfan episode or something?
Yeah.
Got it.
Turns out he was just eating spaghetti.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And he didn't want to tell anyone that was the truth.
Yeah, I was already worried that I don't know if people moan, but you said that?
Yikes.
You don't say that on meetings, do you? Out loud?
I'm pretty sure I have at some point. There was one time where I didn't realize I was muted, and I was like on some meeting and they were playing music. It was a weird training thing.
Okay.
But we also weren't paid to be there. It was weird. But my friends were there and I was like, this is the kind of music that they play during the things. And then they were like, hey, I think your mic's on. I was like, oh, sorry.
The audio didn't just pick it up. Because of the way Teams, Zoom prioritize active speakers, my face popped up on the main screen for a split second. The silence was deafening. The project manager stopped for a solid 5 seconds. Nobody said anything, and he just continued.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, this is how I feel working with everybody, because I'm kind of the guy that gets everything going.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll be talking about something, and they're just like, just get on with it, man. Just shut up. Let's get going.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it goes, though.
Yeah. That's kind of just the employee boss type dynamic. Hopefully it's not said.
I slowly reached up and tapped my headset. It beeped. Mute on. It had been off the whole time. I have not checked my Slack messages, and I'm considering faking my own passing and moving to a farm. We have some comments here. Comment 1. I'm sorry. My cat makes noises sometimes that sound like frustrated complaints. It's really good at talking.
Listen, yeah, I just have a parrot and I know my mouth was moving, but it was the parrot's voice.
Exactly. Comment 2. Unfortunate life lesson. It's better to assume everyone can hear you all the time in a big meeting, especially when stakeholders or clients or anything of the sort is involved. It can be exhausting, but it really prevents you from saying anything or doing anything stupid. Opie says this can backfire too. I once muted myself in a team meeting, burped loudly, and then unmuted. Except I was already muted. So from everyone's perspective, I had unmuted, burped, and then immediately muted myself again.
It would be so funny if someone actually did that. If someone did that on purpose, that would be so funny.
Oh my gosh. My boss thanked me for my contribution. Hopefully they take it as, I don't know.
Gotta have a sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
The burp is maybe a little easier to have a sense of humor over instead of these complaints.
If I heard that complaint while giving a speech, I was like, I'm going to take my time with this one. So next step.
Yeah.
Because I know that person.
Yeah.
If I call that person out, they're going to listen for the rest of it.
Yeah.
Something I learned over years of working in a call center, never ever talk crap while on a call. Even if you think you're muted. The person next to you might not be muted. The person that sent you an instant message might be screen sharing. Don't talk crap unless you're on a secure line, aka not using a work device. Comment 4, just own it. You meant what you said. And the reply is, this is the correct answer. Like it or not, you are now the bearer of honesty. Embrace it. We have an update.
I mean, yeah, I think that could be part of it. You can't just be like, oh, I didn't mean it. I didn't do this. You know, like that's just going to make it worse.
Yeah, own it, man.
You kind of have to own it and then apologize. Just like,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was feeling a little annoyed, but it's not something I would ever say to your face on purpose because it's not that big of a deal. Like I speak my mind past, you know, I mean, I guess maybe that would be backtracking a little bit, but it's just like, yeah, that's how I felt, but I know that that's not my place. And I know that you had a reason for your talking and that's just my impatient self coming out. And I apologize for letting that happen.
Exactly. That
does suck though.
My next question. Can you get fired over this?
I don't know. It probably wouldn't get you fired alone, but it might put you on like
a list.
Yeah, you'd be on some sort of list, and then if there's any other mess up, then it's like, okay,
you're on the list.
She's rude.
Anytime I piss my mom off, she's like, you're on the list.
She does. She says that.
You're on the S list, the crap list.
Oh, yeah.
Update. First of all, thank you to everyone who suggested I fake my own passing and move to a farm. You suggested that, OP. I spent last night looking up potato farming tutorials on YouTube, but unfortunately, I have a mortgage, so I had to log in this morning. I promised an update, so here's the damage report. I logged in at 8:59 a.m. My heart was beating so hard I could hear it in my ears. I hovered over the Slack icon for a solid minute before clicking it. 12 unread messages.
From who? From who? From who? I'm so scared.
Most were from my work friends sending me skull emojis and gifs of people digging graves. But there it was. A direct message from the project manager himself sent at 4:30 p.m. yesterday.
Oh gosh.
The message says, hey, I'm project manager. Do you have 5 minutes for a quick sync before stand-up? I guess they're like morning
that's just
meeting.
What their thing is called, yeah.
I almost threw up. Quick sync is corporate speak for execution. I joined the call. No video. I wasn't ready for him to see the fear in my eyes. He joined. Silence for 3 seconds. Then he laughed. A dry, tired laugh. And he said, so, yesterday?
Oh.
I immediately started apologizing. I unleashed a word salad of technical difficulties, bad days, audio glitch, and I'm so sorry. He cut me off and said, look, honestly, you weren't wrong. Whoa,
okay,
what?
Okay.
I realized after the meeting that I spent 20 minutes explaining a 2-minute delay. I tend to ramble when I'm stressed about deadlines. I stopped breathing. Was this a trap? He continued. However, let's maybe keep the commentary to the internal monologue next time. My boss was on that call.
Oh, gosh.
He thinks it was an unprofessional, but I told him that you were just frustrated with the audio issues. You owe me one. The result? I'm not fired.
Yay.
I am, however, officially the mute guy. Not a bad nickname.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I'd take it if I got a mortgage to pay.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that does kind of make sense. Like if I was the boss and I'm like stressed about something and I'm speaking in front of a bunch of people, which like, I mean, depending on how long you've been a boss for and how much you know these people, it might be nerve-wracking to do, especially on a, you know, video call. I feel like that's more nerve-wracking somehow.
Dude.
But I could understand if like that made you be nervous about like, well, I guess maybe was I going for too long? Was that wrong? You know? Probably best case scenario would just happen though.
I'm just glad I'm cool with my bosses.
Yeah.
Like that would be so hard if I wasn't, because I can just tell them, I'll be like, sometimes I'm telling them like, dude, this is way too much for me and I cannot do this. Like, you guys gotta cut me some slack or I'm ready for more stuff.
There's a level of communication that you kind of unlock when you're friends with your bosses.
During the stand-up meeting today, when I joined, another coworker typed in the chat, careful everyone, the truth teller is here. I have taped a physical piece of cardboard over my mute button. I'm never speaking again. We have another little update.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
I mean, we can joke about it. That's if people are joking about it, I feel like that's best case.
This is so funny.
Especially if your other friends were like sending you skull emojis and stuff. It's like, okay. Yeah. Like you're in the clear.
The thing that's tough for me is I'll be on calls with like brands like iHeart or other things. Mm-hmm. People come up to me and ask me questions and I gotta kind of be like, yo, this is what's happening. I'm always afraid that they'll hear me.
Even though you're answering their questions.
So like with the Uncle Grandpa Dad's story, do you want to read that first? Or do we want to like go with the cheating son that cheated on their mom? Which one do you want to pick first? And it's like, maybe Like that's kind of like my job is like, which title sounds better?
So what are you?
Grandpa
what were you
cheated
nervous
on my
about?
wife, or Grandpa stole my dog, something like that.
Yeah.
Like crazy stuff. Like crazy.
So what are you nervous about with all that?
I have to like hear it and with zero context and be like, what are you talking about?
What, like other people who are not on the call will hear it?
Well, like I'm on a call. Someone comes to me asking me, hey, which one do I choose? Yeah.
I thought you meant the brand deal people were asking you that question.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's hard to find a quiet spot around here.
Yeah.
Update. It's been 2 days since I taped a piece of cardboard over my mute button. I genuinely thought if I just kept my mouth shut, the truth teller jokes would pass away out by like Friday, and I could go back to being invisible. I was wrong. This is your new identity.
You're never going to live this down.
I just checked my calendar and saw an invite for a Q4 strategy review on Thursday. Host, the department head, the big boss who heard me sigh. Attendees, the senior leads, the project manager, and me. I immediately panic messaged my PM, the only one I told to get to the point yesterday, asking if this was a mistake. Oh no, by the way, it's not a mistake. Going to your favorite podcast platform, searching up Storytime on iHeartRadio, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. We have a little bit left here. He's going to get fired.
I think he's going to get a promotion.
Promotion?
Yeah. I think this is going to be like, well, we need the honest one here.
Dang.
I mean, why else would they be there?
He replied, no mistake. Big boss liked your honesty about the timeline delay yesterday. He thinks the rest of the team is too polite to give bad news. He wants you there to call out the BS. Oh,
There we go.
you guys don't understand. I'm not a straight shooter. I'm just an anxious introvert who was hangry and wanted to eat his sandwich in peace. I don't know anything about Q4 strategy. I just want to write code and hide. Oh, he's a coder too. Oh my gosh.
True introvert.
I have a
sticking to
little
his computer.
soapbox I want to stand on after this. Now I've been drafted this corporate vibe checker. If I stay silent, I fail the big boss. If I speak, I might actually get fired this time. Currently Googling how to sound smart without being mean and considering faking a microphone driver failure. This is your new job, man. All right. You're an introvert. You don't really speak on these things. I think this is a good route for you.
I totally agree. And then I feel like because they want honesty, they are probably going to be honest with you. So I feel like you can now talk to them being like, hey, just want to let you know, like, I'm not really used to this. So like, if I say something too far, please let me know. Or if you want more honesty from me, like, please let me know too.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm not, I would like to be better at this, but I need input and feedback.
Exactly.
I think this is great.
I hope you love it. And OP, I think the reason why your words have so much weight is one of my favorite podcasts, Diary of a CEO. Number 2 in the world, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Joe Rogan, Diary of a CEO.
Nice.
I don't even know his name. The host had someone on, and the lady talks about how she doesn't give unsolicited advice. And one of the things that really spoke to me was like how much weight her words have on people because of how often she talks.
Okay.
And she had this example of
Interesting.
she had like these team members, one girl and a guy. The girl, every time she'd have an idea, she would talk, she'd go.
Yeah.
But anytime that guy that never really talked said something,
Yeah.
everyone stopped and listened to what he had to say.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is kind of what you have, OP, because
Yeah.
one, you're a coder, you're smart. You're talking about creating a microphone failure thing or whatever.
Yeah. To get out of it.
I know a little bit of tech, and I know you know where the buttons are. You have to be smart to do that.
Yeah.
You probably will get a promotion.
Yeah. You literally have like the best position right now.
Yeah.
If you sighed and like honestly kind of insulted this guy and was like really rude in this meeting, you got praised for it essentially. I mean, like you're in the meeting with all of the big guys and you're not a big guy right now.
They liked it.
Yeah. So like that is truly the best thing and you need to run with that and let it happen.
But OP, good luck. We got another one for you guys coming right up.
My coworker wants my vacation revoked because it's unfair for everyone.
There is so much jelly in the air right now.
At my job, you can only roll over 250 vacation hours. So come December 31st, if you have over 250 hours, you lose them.
Oh my gosh.
They don't pay it out. Every year, my husband and I take several long vacations, 10 to 11 days. visiting a relative in Florida, attending family reunions whenever they're hosting, anniversary trip each fall, etc. By the way, this comes from Deleted, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit. And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We just know what we would do in this situation. So let us know what you would do in the comments. So, OP says, I always end up having over 250 hours, even though we take those trips. I usually take time off between the 15th and 18th of December through the 5th or 6th of January.
Oh, wow. You get like a month off then.
Yeah, what's 250 divided by 24? How many days is that?
Is 10 days.
Okay, well, yeah, obviously you're going over with all of those trips. I have been doing this for 9 years and it has always been approved.
Okay, so it's a thing.
We hired Haley in October. She made it clear that her son is her life. That's well and fine. I don't care one way or the other. Haley came to my desk on Monday and asked if I would reconsider my time off in December.
Ooh.
When I asked why, she said she had requested some time off to travel with her son for the holidays to see her family, but it was denied because I'm off. I just said, no, sorry, and turned back around. That afternoon, Haley sent me an email with an itemized timeline of all the time off I had taken this year. Our team has a shared calendar, so we can know when others are out of the office, and asked me to please reconsider and CCing our boss. I will be honest, this severely pissed me off. I don't butt into anyone else's business ever. I don't care if I see your butt parked on the 50-yard line at the Eagles game the same day you call in sick. Go Birds. As long as I'm not having to do your work, I don't care.
And Haley's in a tough situation. She wants
Yeah.
to spend time with her son, but also you started there in October and you're asking for time off in December, and I'm assuming you get the week of Christmas off. That's just
like
such a-
Haley started in October? That's
Yeah,
what you're saying? Yeah. I emailed back immediately saying that I didn't appreciate her combing through my vacation time, that my answer was still no, and that I did not want to discuss the matter further. Yesterday morning, I was called into a meeting with my boss, Lisa, and Haley. Lisa jumped right in, saying that she saw Haley's email and my response, and that Haley wanted to meet. I told both of them that I would not be canceling my vacation. Haley started raising her voice, claiming that my child-free traveling should take a backseat to working-class mothers and their kids.
Whoa.
Ah. Oh, boy.
There is a special place in my heart for working class mothers because that was my mom.
Sure.
She worked very hard to keep us going and everything.
Mm-hmm.
World's tough as it is.
Yeah.
A little vacation time goes a long ways.
Right. It's like socially, you can consider that kind of stuff when making plans or what have you. But in a business perspective, you can't really prioritize someone because they have kids.
Yeah.
She said that I hate kids based on remarks that I allegedly made in the workplace, and that she felt that I was retaliating for this cause.
Oh my God. She better get fired so fast.
Yeah, she's too new to be talking like this. Both Lisa and I were shocked by the accusation. I am child-free by choice. My husband and I have lots of nieces, nephews, and godchildren, and we are happy. Lisa knows this as well. We have worked together for a total of about 15 years. I told Haley that she was making a false accusation and that this was now an HR matter. I got up and left the meeting, even though Lisa asked me to stay. About a half an hour later, I received another email from Haley informing me that she was asking Lisa to revoke my PTO and be fair to others on our team.
Oh my gosh. She's been doing this for the past 9 years. And you came here in October.
Yeah, like we already had a meeting about this. Why are you still bothering our boss to do this? Like, what?
What? I'm so confused.
I also overheard her telling a team member that I was not letting her take time off because I hate kids and am part of the hateful child-free community. That was the last straw for me.
I'll be writing that memo so fast.
I attached both of her emails and wrote to HR about her pestering and slandering me. I gave the name of the coworker she had talked to and the conversation context. I hit send and forwarded it to my boss so she knew what was going on. About an hour later, I found out that Haley has a meeting with HR on Friday and will more than likely be fired.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Over some time off.
A coworker she complained to said he felt that I overreacted and that she was just venting about finding childcare for the holidays because of work, and that I should have sat down and talked to her. Another friend and colleague said that she thought I let my anger get the best of me, and now Haley may lose her job when she was just a stressed and overly tired mother having a bad day. We obviously know who these coworkers talk to then.
If someone doesn't ask for your point of view, they've already made up their mind.
Exactly.
If I'm working with someone for 9 years, I'm vibing with them.
Right.
New girl comes around.
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, hey, Jeanette, this is what New Girl said. Are you like, what's happening here?
I admit I used the buzzwords intimidation and slander to get my point across, but it had been 2 days of an asked and answered conversation and I was done with it. So am I the a-hole for reporting her over this incident? And there are some comments, but what do you think?
Protect your vacation time when you can.
Yeah.
It's hard because the way we're set up is you got to work. You don't really get that much time off. Sharpening the saw is a very, very, very undervalued thing that I feel like people don't practice all the time.
Yeah, no, it's very the idea is like hustle.
Yeah.
Do as much, and like if you have to like hurt yourself over it, then like that's what you got to do. That means that you're a good worker.
If I didn't have the week of Thanksgiving off, I don't think I'd be, running around as much as I have.
Yeah, you've been running around.
Yeah.
But you needed the break.
Helped.
It's kind of like, dude, because beginning of this, I was kind of thinking like, oh, if I was Haley, like I would kind of think like, oh, that does suck. Like maybe this year, since I just started, like that's okay. But like if that happened every year and you just couldn't ever get that time off, which is a typical holiday time to get time off because someone else already had it, like that would suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I would understand that. But the way she went about it is like not cool, dude. You gotta understand the hierarchies of experience in a job,
Mm-hmm.
Comment number 1 says, not the a-hole. That is not venting. That is creating a hostile work environment. She only started in October? How much time does she think she's entitled to? A lot of companies don't even allow PTO usage in the first 90 days. Tell the coworker they could have volunteered to cover for the new person. Comment number 2 says, yeah, I've had jobs where you wouldn't even be in the running for time off after 2 months. It's often based on seniority. I think this girl resents your freedom. OP says, that is what another coworker said, but I also want to make it clear that I've never said a word to anyone about how great it is to be child-free. LOL. Of course, I would think that. That's why I don't have kids. But I've never once rubbed it in her face or even told people about my life. I'm nice and I tell people where I'm going if they ask what my plans are, and I really don't even have to do that. P.S. I am not the only one off. We are a team of 5 people and 2 other coworkers are off during the time that she wants, but they have children. And the remarks? She asked me when she started why I don't want kids, and I said I like coming home to a clean and quiet house. That's the extent of the remarks.
And you hate children for that.
My goodness. Edits, I am in the U.S. Midwest, and my company is huge on work-life balance due to burnout in our field. You're eligible to use PTO after 30 days, and it occurs fast. After looking, Haley is eligible for 52 hours of PTO to date.
What? And she started in October?
I guess so, yeah.
What?
It occurs fast.
If I had that, oh my gosh, I would have so many days off.
So many days.
Because I'd plan it out during the holidays, so I'd get like an extra day or so.
Yeah, you'd strategize it for sure.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Edit number 2. A lot of questions about my vacation time. During the vid, my company allowed us to roll over all PTO from 2020 to 2022 because of travel restrictions. In 2023, they moved the bar from 150 hours, which is 4-ish weeks, up to 250 6-ish weeks rollover because many people complained about losing time when they didn't travel. Interesting. So I wonder, it's not 24 then.
It's not 24 hours. So when I miscalculated, 250 divided by 8 because 8 is a work day.
Work day. Okay.
That's 31 days.
Wow.
So you get 31 days
Well, then
off.
it's probably business days too, because this says it's about 6-ish weeks.
Yeah.
That would be about 4 weeks, 4 or 5 maybe.
Oh, so that's 31 business
days, I think.
Yeah, so that would be like 31 divided by 5.
So yeah, that would be
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, where do you work? I'm burnt out.
That's amazing. You were not required to bank your time. Some people took theirs and traveled. We stayed home mostly from 2020 to mid 2022 and started traveling again in October 2022. I banked 250 hours, and since I'm still occurring, I have a lot of hours built up. I do snow activities in the winter, so we barely travel and don't start traveling until May, by which time I've accrued more time. Hope this helps, LOL. And we do have an update.
Dude, this is wild.
So update. Now, some things to clear up before the update.
Oh my gosh, it wasn't a cat fight.
To recap, vacation time, I am not the only person off every December. There are 2 other people off as well who Haley did not ask to cancel. They are both mothers. There's no seniority involved. It's first come, first serve for time off. Lastly, I am not monopolizing the Christmas holiday. In January, we all take one of the slower days and have a 2 to 3 hour lunch to go over the calendar for the year of proposed vacation time. I live in a very outdoorsy state, so coworkers into local outdoor activities like hiking, camping, and backpacking prefer spring and summer off. I prefer domestic and international travel, so December works for me and supports the team.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's sounded like it's worked for you for the last 9 years.
Yeah, right? Like, I feel like she would be much not respected if she just kind of snatched up all the hours that she could, you know? This was a collective decision, and I've always been flexible with my team. At my company, PTO can be used after 30 days during probation, but supervisors have discretion to deny requests. I was cold to Haley because she said, since you don't have kids, I figured you could cancel your vacation because... I immediately shut her down because it's a dangerous precedent to suggest child-free people always work when parents have kid-related obligations. I replied, I'm busy. Sorry. No. And turned back around. That was my full statement. I did not give a reason because I didn't owe her details, and she rubbed me the wrong way from the start.
No, I heard under your breath that you hate kids, and especially her effing kid. I heard that, Opie.
You name-dropped her children and said, I hate them individually and personally.
That's how Haley's taking it, man.
Honestly, it is. Lastly, Haley is not a younger girl with a toddler. Her son is 16.
Wait, what?
Wait.
I literally thought she had a 3-year-old or something.
Same. I truly was expecting him to be like 5 to 7, maybe. That is hilarious.
He said he can watch himself at home.
I didn't know this when we talked, but it doesn't change my actions. She started in October and was still in training, so we didn't have a personal foundation laid out yet. So, yesterday morning, I received an email from HR asking to interview me before Haley's meeting, and my manager also got one. Lisa called me in to talk about it. She asked why I got up and left so fast. I told her we know child-free people are sometimes stereotyped as child-hating monsters, and I felt Haley took it too far, claiming I said things that I didn't about kids. Lisa said it was fair, but suggested that I could have tried talking more and hearing her out. I was honest and said I wasn't willing to continue after she told a few people that I'm difficult to work with. Lisa was taken aback and said Haley claimed that I reacted that way as soon as she mentioned her son. I said that was wildly untrue, and Lisa could ask Graham, who sits next to me. He confirmed that I didn't cut her off and that I was nice about saying no. Lisa said she would check with 3 other people that Haley spoke to before the meeting on Friday.
Oh my God.
This is such a hassle for, this is such a small problem that is being blown up because of Haley.
The boss knows.
Boss knows.
He said, she said.
She asked if I'd be willing to meet with Haley in a conference room. I said yes. Haley asked why I needed all the vacation time that I had. I told her that I don't want to discuss why I'm taking off because I don't even tell our boss why I'm gone. She scoffed and said she felt like I didn't care. She wanted to make memories with her son. I said I didn't think about it and that she misled me as her son is 16, not a toddler as implied.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
She's like, I have my son. I have a son to take care of. And it's like, not that it's not work to still take care of a 16-year-old, but like, it's definitely, they can take care of themselves a lot more than a 3-year-old can.
Hopefully they know how to cook themselves food.
They can be left alone at home. Yeah. And they can drive probably, like, yeah. They're a young adult at that point.
Self-sufficient.
Yeah.
If you're going to let a coworker stop you, Haley, from making memories with your son.
Yeah, right.
You gotta check yourself.
Is this really the only time that you can make memories with your son?
Yeah. Was maybe a wedding happening, maybe like some other big event happening that you were like, oh, P, please help me out.
Right.
That's not here on the table. I don't see that.
It's like totally there's some sort of falsity name that this is called, but it's like you're twisting the words and it's like, oh, so you don't want me to make memories with my son. It's like, I literally didn't even say that. Like,
yes.
That's not at all. She asked me not to speak about her son because he has crippling anxiety and needs care when she isn't home. I didn't speak further, but said that I was sorry to hear that.
She just stated his age. He's 16. I thought you had a baby. I thought you literally had someone that's learning to walk.
Right.
That's all I said about him.
Yeah, I thought you needed to wipe someone's butt after they went to the bathroom. Like, that's a very different situation here. She then asked what days I would be giving her. I asked if she called the meeting to talk about what days I would work. She said yes, which set me off. I stayed calm because the meeting was being recorded. I said I thought we were meeting for a formal apology, not to ask for a switch. I wasn't interested and suggested ending the meeting. And by the way, I'm going to suggest that you listen to full episodes of stories just like this one on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or whatever other podcast platform you choose. Just search OK Storytime. I'm going to nudge you to doing that.
I'm going to be real. Might set some people off here.
Okay.
We have some more left, right?
Yeah, there's a little bit more.
The reason your son has crippling anxiety is probably because of the way you've been treating him.
We have no information on that, but I wouldn't be surprised from the information we do have.
Yeah.
Like, if she's so freaking out and making such a mountain out of this molehill, like, I would not be surprised if he was raised like that. And it's like every teacher he had was talked to about how they're not coddling her son, you know, which again, this is all speculation, but you know, I could see that happening. Oh, you can't stay at home alone until you're 14 because I need to take care of you. I need to do this and that because you're not ready for that. You can't do this on your own. All speculation.
As a parent, are you cool with just like not solving your kids' problems? You just let them figure it out?
I mean, depending on what it is. If it's like a
on the
problem
top
with friends, then I can't.
on the top shelf at the grocery store.
Physically, they just can't do that. And
Yeah, and there's two of them.
if it's super important and we're like crunched on time, I'll grab it. If there's two of them, they need to have fun and problem solve together. Go ahead.
Nah, if we're crunched on time and they can't get it, they're being left at the store.
They're not getting it.
They got to figure it out.
They have to grab their own groceries.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
They with their own money.
But there is a little bit more to this story. She was upset, asked if I wasn't giving her any days, and I said no, then left. She accused favoritism. I told her it was fine and ended the recording on my phone for protection. She said, our state is a consent recording state and you do not have my consent. I told her to check the email and moved past her. There's more, but I'm going to pause with that really quick because why does she know that? I really think that she might know that. I would be willing to bet that she knows that because multiple people have recorded a Karen in a store that is her. And she's like, well, actually, you can't do that because I have been recorded and I looked it up and it wasn't allowed and I'm going to press charges. Can you imagine?
God, probably.
Right?
She does sound very Karen.
Right?
Oh.
Like, come on.
I can't do this anymore.
All our meetings note, this meeting is being recorded. By accepting the invitation, you are giving consent to being recorded for necessary purposes. I felt this recording was necessary for my protection. This morning, Haley is out sick.
Oh, no.
Would you look at that? Lisa got an email from HR to reschedule because Haley said that she has the vid and hopes to return next week. The jury is still out, and hopefully next week this is behind us.
I'm looking for an update.
Look for an update. No update. Oh, it was deleted. The account was deleted. Ugh. But then obviously she turned crazy and made it so she's like, she has no redeeming qualities in this situation. Because like, I mean, what is it? Like, is there something that we're missing? Is there something that Haley, like, is this a really meaningful traditional trip that they always take every year with the family that he's not allowed to see for some reason? And this is like the one time of the year that he's allowed. Like, is that the case? If that's the case, then I feel like that might be able to be explained in a very nice way if you're nice to the person that you're trying to get days off from. But clearly that's not the way she went.
I'm so freaking mad because they deleted their account and there's no more.
No more. She honestly probably just wanted to like go vacation herself and it probably does something separate with her kid.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know.
Right? That's the end of the story. We've got another one coming right up.
I think my new coworkers have it out for me.
Well, they might.
I joined this business early last year and was so happy because it was my first big job. I had come from working part-time on benefits due to severe health issues, and finally, I was able to get off benefits as my workplace is super considerate and flexible like that. By the way, this comes from Interesting Draft 65, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit where this story is from.
What? No way.
It's one of our own.
What?
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't know much. Whatever you know, put it in an atomized list down below in the comments, and I will read those in bullet point form, please.
Sure.
Opie says, I'm super keen on progressing, and I'm passionate about what I do and know where I want to head. I have had unfortunate situations throughout my life. I've struggled with my mental health, and now I'm in a really good place in my life. So, story time. Any projects? I say yes. I'm quick to help everyone to the point of my managers having to tell me to have time off because I'm working too hard and don't take leave. I'm known to be the first person to help and do things and be super nice. But this is where the problem started. When I first started, it was not fun at all. My first week, I had to be trained, and a colleague, let's call her Claire, wouldn't train me. One day, she blew up on me at the office. Most people work from home, so there was just me and Claire. This was number one. No witnesses, and I had to raise it with management. It went nowhere. Anyway,
Dang.
I continued working, and within a year, I had already been promoted, and a lot of people started to know who I was. I love getting to know people and understanding what others do in their roles. It helps me explain to staff when things aren't quite going right or to decrease tensions between departments. Yeah, that's like my uncle. I worked with him. He used to work for UPS. He's like, don't do this in your job. Don't be
Like tunnel vision.
like, all I do is host.
Yeah.
And all I do is commentate. It's like, no.
Yeah.
What do the editors need from me? What does, operations need from me? What can I do best to help people out?
Where do I want to be in the future?
Yeah. And you put yourselves to become legit, undisposable, because you know so much information in the company and you know how to help out.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's great.
it's
It's good advice.
yeah, it helps you a lot. And it sounds like this is what you've done, OP. In January, I had to have a discussion about moving offices because I had ended my 5-year relationship. It had gotten really toxic. I couldn't wear what I wanted to the office, and I could not go on work nights out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is getting tough.
I cannot go out on work.
I wasn't allowed to talk to people. It was really bad. I know how that feels.
No. We're not like that.
Sometimes in the office, I don't know who, said I was lying about moving so I didn't have to go in and raised a complaint against me. Ridiculous, I know, and it went no further because it was stupid. 2 months ago, Jamie micromanaged me to the point I got someone to speak to this person because I couldn't do a thing right. It was causing me so much stress, and I didn't want to work. Now, the big ones. So we already got like 2 instances
Yeah.
that seem, or 4. I don't know. How many did you count?
I wasn't counting.
There was so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so many little things. Ugh.
Enough to create a hostile work environment. I mean, even just that one when like they were the only ones in the office and she
yelled
like
at you?
blew up at you. Yeah. Like, what is that about?
That's weird.
We need to start recording things.
As much as I've wanted to yell at certain people here, just don't do it. Well, it's like, not like yelling at them because like they're bad. It's just like, oh my God, the computer.
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
Right.
And it's like,
it's
it's just a thing.
even if you're like yelling at technical issues, it still creates kind of an uncomfortable work environment. 'Cause
Yeah.
no one wants to be around yelling, even if it's not at them,
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
Some days.
Some days. Sometimes we do.
I had a complaint raised against me 3 days ago for bullying in the workplace.
Or you're the bully?
Susan told management that I said she couldn't do her job, that she didn't know how to manage her team, and other stuff that hasn't been disclosed to me. The situation, a member of her team breached data due to an error from another employee. I had flagged this with Susan, and Susan asked for a call. We called, and I explained what had happened and how I had supported the team member. Susan was super happy with the outcome. Susan then advised me that this person had no support and had spent the last 3 months on her own, as she started later than the new group and was in the office alone. Then I spoke to a few people about how we could provide her better in-person support, as her confidence had lowered due to the data issue and other issues that occurred on the same day. I had messaged Susan and I said I had an idea. We called again and I said I'd be happy to go in on the days the team member was in, since I am based in the office she was in and everyone else in the other office, which is 3 hours away. I said I don't want someone to be away from the team while they are learning and building confidence. The call was good. So it sounds like you're brainstorming and bringing good ideas.
Yeah, you're trying to problem solve this problem.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
We were laughing about things happening at work and our other plans for the weekend. It ended on a really strong note. The next day, Susan wasn't in. And then Tuesday this week, I got a call from my manager to tell me Susan had raised a complaint against my conduct. I was baffled. A fake friend.
What? She was a spy.
This is weird.
Sabotage. She was just a minion for Claire.
I was asked to provide all evidence I could regarding the call. I sent screenshots from the conversations with her colleagues and a message I had sent about calling to provide support. I detailed what was disclosed and the outcome. False accusations have a big impact on people, so I even drafted a policy change to protect others from what is happening with me. From there, I had nothing. No communication, zero support, and just stewing on this complaint. I have been told not to speak to anyone at work about it. Yet Susan is getting all the support, and I'm just sitting there wondering how this is going to impact me. I'm speechless.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You're doing everything right. Claire is the one who started all of this. Susan, you thought was on your side. And now you've been sabotaged, betrayed.
My manager says it won't because there is not enough evidence of the interaction. Will it still be on my record? I spoke to a friend. How is it fair to keep this all in and she gets to talk about it? She attacked me as the person I am under false accusations. The friend I spoke to said she has done it because I'm a threat. No one has progressed as quickly as me, apparently, even though I'm not sure how to handle it and I'm not sure what to do now. Do I just keep away from her and communicate with my manager if I need to speak to her? Do I avoid all contact? I've been offered another role. Should I take it? It removes me from the department, but I love my job. I don't know what to do.
Wow.
I'm going to let it ride for a little bit.
Yeah.
And as a professional note, in your young age, I would just soak up as much information as you can. Don't worry about getting as much money. Wherever puts you in a exponentially learning environment, stay there. Because as soon as you hit, your 30s, you can then transition to making money off of all the things you've learned.
Totally. Yeah. You might really just need to keep your head down for a bit. And then if you get a chance to where something else happens and it's like you can actually say something or you have proof of your conversation or something, then maybe you can bring it up again.
Yeah.
And this sabotage maybe even when you think you're talking to a friend, you'll have to record your conversation. I think some of this happened via email or text or something. So I'm sure you could screenshot something.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. She got a little bit of evidence, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Yesterday, people were talking about how great it is to work here and how everyone gets along with everyone. Why am I the only one facing these issues? I did think maybe I'm doing something wrong. A few people have said people feel threatened by nice people because they think people can't be as nice as me. The fact is, that's just naturally how I am. I naturally care about everyone. So I guess it's good to know people see me as a nice and caring person. And a nice and caring thing you can do as a person is going to your favorite podcast platform, searching about Storytime, and listening to more stories like this on Apple, iHeartRadio, or Spotify. I would love to give you my thoughts about who you are personally so we can get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
But sadly, you're not here for me to do so.
I don't know you personally.
Because you can kind of get a vibe of someone and who they are by just meeting them. Over text is a little hard, but
yeah,
you can get a vibe of who someone is. It just sounds like you're doing a great job and people just feel threatened.
Yeah, I really want to know what field of work you're in.
Yeah.
Because if it's a high stress, high competitive work environment, I could see that happening where people like this are kind of on edge by everyone. Oh, if you're new and you're already so good, I got to watch out for you.
Yeah.
Or if you're being nice, oh my gosh, you probably mean that in some sort of passive aggressive way because no one here is that nice, if they're used to a bunch of really honest people or something and blunt, harsh. I really wonder. That would just explain some things.
I've asked if we can have a meeting, including my manager and her manager, so I can make any reasonable adjustments on how we communicate so she doesn't feel attacked. Although I know 100% that what I said couldn't have any implications to affect her. I never even mentioned her. I just said solely my idea to provide additional support to the team member, which as a manager is acceptable to do. It could in no way be misconstrued. I have no support. I'm on my own on this one. Why do people keep having a problem with me? What should I do? I'm worried this will impact me trying to progress. And as Taylor Swift says,
shake it off
And haters gonna hate.
Okay. Did not know where you were going with that. I'm sure there's so many lines that you could use.
She's a wonder of many hits. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna, upset you, your progression. You got offered another role.
Yeah, I think just in the people that you meet, just try to be nice to them. Try to open communication if they think there's some sort of problem, they think you insulted them somehow, and just kind of keep your head down. There's at a certain point, I mean, it sucks because it's in your literal workplace, but at a certain point, there's kind of not really anything that you can do. If your coworkers just don't like you. Just make sure you know that your boss is chill with you.
That's just so snake of Susan to do that.
You're like a sliver little snake.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
I could play those games if I wanted, but it doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah.
This will not impact Susan at all.
Yeah.
The truth will be found.
Right.
Guys, that's the end of this episode. I love you. If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow. Hey, don't leave yet. I know you got more chores and we got more stories. So stick around.
My fiance's best friend confessed her love for him. I'm disinviting her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I, 23 female, and my fiance Elijah, 28 male, are due to get married at the end of next month at our destination wedding. Ooh. Last night was my bachelorette party, and I invited my closest family and friends to come along with a few of my fiance's family and his friend Cammie, 27 female. By the way, this comes from The Royal Glow. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. For some backstory, I and my fiance met when I was 19 years old. Both of our fathers are business partners and have been friends since I was in high school. One night, his family invited mine over for a party being held at their home, and that was the first time we met. I was attracted to him, but I knew he was older, so I didn't believe I had a chance. As the night progressed, he was hanging outside in his backyard alone, smoking, and my sister dared me to go talk to him. So I did, and a year later, we began our relationship. My fiance and Cammie have been friends since they were kids, and their families are very close. She's always been extremely nice towards me and wanted to be best friends from the first time we met. I found it a bit odd only because she barely knew me, but I didn't think much of it because she had been dating my fiance's best friend, Antonio, 28 male. We didn't become best friends because I already have a close friend group and I don't trust easily, but she's always been cool and never crossed any boundaries. Last summer, my fiance proposed to me on a trip to Belize. When the announcement was made, everyone sent their congratulatory praises to us, but Cammie. She sent a text the next day to my fiance only, not our friend group chat, saying she was happy for him. She was a bit standoffish to me since then, but again, I never paid attention really because I have my own friends and life. About 6 months ago, Antonio and Cammie broke up, but never really stated the reason why, just that they wanted to go back to being friends and be happy with other people. Fast forward to last night, my bachelorette was in a suite at a popular hotel here in Miami where I live, planned by my older sister and Eli's sister, Ava, 26 female. The night was amazing and I truly had the time of my life. We were all getting wasted and I decided to go to the bathroom. And when I got closer, I heard voices and whimpering like someone was crying. It was then I heard Cammie tell Ava that this should be her and that she doesn't understand why he would want to be with someone like me when it was always supposed to be them two together, that she always loved him. I sobered the heck up instantly. I might have to do a part 2, but guys, tell me, would I be the a-hole for disinviting her from my wedding when it's a month away? Relevant comment says, commenter 1 says, take a breath and think for a moment. Don't unilaterally decide not to invite her or you'll drive a wedge between you and your fiance. Talk to his sister first, confirm what you heard, see how she plays it off. Talk to your fiance, tell him what you overheard, and ask him to ask his sister to have confirmation. Then go from there. As a whole, not the a-hole. Commenter 2 says, not the a-hole, but you have to talk to your fiance. Tell him exactly what you heard. Make sure to emphasize that you didn't have any problem whatsoever with her or their friendship, but that now that you know that her feelings are not the same as a friend, then you need him to have boundaries with her, and you don't feel comfortable with her being at the wedding when all this time she didn't want to be a supportive friend, but instead the bride. Commenter 3 says, this is certainly an awkward and difficult situation. I think you should speak to your fiance about it and go from there. If she can't be an actual friend and supportive of you both, then she should remove herself from the situation if she's not over him or having issues of jealousy. Definitely not someone you want being a distraction at your wedding. Commenter 4 says, you need to talk to your fiance. Their friendship needs to end. Once it's out there like that, there is no coming back from this. The two of you need to be on the same page or hold off the wedding. Do not marry him if he won't end his friendship with someone who confessed to his sister that she's in love with him. Also, again, crazy that she confessed to his sister.
Right. Do you
Like,
think the sister knew?
I
Sister
don't
might have
know.
known.
They might be like besties. I think if someone confessed that they were in love with my brother,
Yeah.
I'd like go to my brother.
Immediately.
Immediately. I'd be like, hey, dude. There have been multiple people that like Sam knows
Yeah.
who have told me things about him or like said things about him or something. And I'm like, why are you like talking to me about my brother? I'm
worst person to
obviously
go
gonna
to.
tell him. She told her because she wants her to tell him and for him to choose her. That's not okay. He needs to be the one to uninvite her, not the a-hole. And there is an update 2 days later. Wow, thank you to everyone who has given me advice and reached out to me in my messages. You guys are amazing. Before I get into this update, at the Reddit hero, count your freaking days. I was minding my business, scrolling down TikTok, and saw my story, lol. For some clarification, I referred to Cami as my fiance's best friend because I didn't know what else to call her. Maybe childhood friend, I don't know, but they have never went out of their way to call each other that. But that's how I see them. Now for the update. After I heard what was said, the old me started to revert back, and I almost caused a scene, but I knew with my siblings, cousins, and friends all being there, it would get out of control, and I still wanted to enjoy my night, but I did continue to listen. Some of you were wondering what Ava had to say about all of this. After Ava was able to calm Cami down, she explained to her that this was not the time and place, and that Elijah would never forgive her if she ruined my bachelorette party. She also told her that she thinks that she should leave and get herself together. I was about to walk in now. At the same time they were walking out, I acted as if I didn't hear anything and asked if everything was okay. Cami just wiped her face, looked down, stating that she wasn't feeling well and that she might have to cut the night short. I honestly didn't fight her on it and even walked her butt to the door because the F? After she left, I pulled Ava to the side, telling her that I heard everything. She apologized that I heard it and said that she would reach out to Eli to handle it. Some of you also wanted to know why Cami said it should have been her. Did her and my ex have something going on before? I knew they hadn't, but needed to be sure. So I asked if they had ever been together or dated. In response, Ava said, not that she was aware of, only that their moms would always joke around when they were teens, saying they could finally be related once Eli and Cami got married. She said that never happened because Eli was never into her. Cami is a gorgeous girl, but my fiance does have a certain type, and it's not her, respectfully. I wanted to ask more questions, but I thought I'd wait until I spoke with my fiance for further answers. After that, I continued the party and even spoke with Eli quickly before bed. I posted on Reddit the next day after I got home before I did anything drastic. My fiance came home later that evening, and once he settled in and relaxed, I told him everything that happened. To say that he was irate is taking it lightly. He was absolutely furious. I asked if there was anything between them that I was never told about. I asked if they had ever been intimate and if she had ever confused her love for him before. He made it clear that there had never been anything but a friend's relationship in his eyes. He said that they had never had spicy sleep before, but did kiss once back in high school playing spin the bottle games. But it was in a group and everyone kissed multiple people, including Antonio. He said that she has never confessed her love for him and is confused because he's the only one that played a role in Antonio and her dating. He wanted to call her right then and there, but I told him to calm down first because being upset would only make things worse. I want to say that my fiance isn't mad that I heard it or is trying to hide anything. He's upset because he feels hurt and betrayed that she would do this to him. And at my party, when we were all there to support me, my fiance can get really protective of me at times. He doesn't like to hear anything negative. I did express to him that I feel uncomfortable with her going to our wedding now. I want people at our wedding who are genuinely happy and supportive of us. Tonight, he texted her saying that he needs to speak with her. She replied saying she'll let him know when she's home. So we'll see how tonight's conversation goes. He also invited Antonio over for dinner. Ooh, that's gonna be an awkward conversation. Like, oh yeah, your ex-girlfriend left you for me. And we'll speak to him about what's going on because things feel off. A lot of you were also questioning hers and Antonio's relationship and if she used him to make Eli jealous. So we will all be present when the conversation does happen to see what she has to say for herself. Since Thanksgiving is in a few days, I will update you guys on how the conversation goes and if anything new comes to light. Just give me some time to get through this holiday. Also, I have a wedding dress fitting tomorrow and I'm so excited. I might make a collage and show you guys my reference photos. XOXO. And there are some comments. Scholar 1 says, whatever happens, don't let it happen. And just be careful that this friend situation hurts the most beautiful moment of your life. You and your fiance came from a long journey to get to this point. So enjoy and don't let her steal this from you. OP says, exactly. This is a happy moment for me and him. I will definitely enjoy. And there is an update. So now we're, a little bit like we got 15 days left before this wedding.
Oh my God, yeah.
Not a lot of time. Yeah, hopefully OP acted quickly.
I wonder if she was like showing up to this dinner with OP's fiance being like, oh my God, he's like totally gonna confess his love for me tonight.
Oh, wait, the friend?
Yeah, because I don't think he was like, we need to like talk tonight. He was just like,
hey,
can
we
you
need
come
to talk.
over?
That's a good point.
Show
She's
up
not even
like,
thinking it, which is crazy because she literally told his sister.
Right, but
Which
she
maybe
doesn't
she
know
wanted-
that OP overheard.
Yeah. But also I'm thinking maybe she wanted the sister to tell him.
Well, didn't she say like, you have to tell your brother for me so that he can like, or was she just like,
Oh, I thought that was OP. I thought she
Yeah.
was saying, I'll tell him.
Okay.
I thought the sister was saying to OP that she was like, oh, yeah, I'll tell him.
yeah,
But yeah, maybe she wants Ava to tell.
yeah.
The
So she could
brother.
think that just the sister told.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, now he's,
Oh my
he's
God.
coming to tell me that he's in love with me.
I'm actually getting married in 15 days.
Ooh, yeah, she's like, I'm going to take their wedding.
I'll just jump in there.
Yeah, it's kind of a Mamma Mia situation, except instead of an entirely different couple, it's just
Yeah.
replacement person. Update 2. 13 days later. I'm pasting the edit from my previous update. My younger brother, 16 male, was in a car accident Thanksgiving night where he was injured. Thankfully, he's okay with just a sprained wrist and a concussion. The other driver passed away as he was speeding. This has been a lot to digest, but things seem to be calming down now. I will have an update for you guys by the morning. Bear with me, there's a lot to update you guys on, so it will be a brand new post. It's actually Monday evening now, but let's get into this long update. So that night, we ended up inviting Antonio over and basically told him everything that happened up to that point. He actually wasn't shocked at all by the news and stated that one of the main reasons why they broke up was because he felt like Cammie pulled away after hearing about the engagement. He never said anything because he didn't want to cause any issues between my fiance and me. My husband said she did become distant as well, but of course we have our own lives we've been planning for, so it honestly wasn't high on his priority list that would have made him address it then. Well, of course, now we know why, so he wanted to address it to her now. About 30 minutes later, Cammie texted Eli that she was home and would call once she was settled in. When she did call, before she could even say hello, my fiance started. He asked her why she thought it was okay to go to my bachelorette party and say that she loves him and that he should be with her instead of me. He asked her why she would ever think it's okay to also bring it up to his sister and get her involved. She was taken aback and asked what he was talking about, which pissed him off. He told her that I heard what she told Ava in the bathroom and that she was out of line to even suggest that they had ever been anything more than a family friendship. She said she couldn't help how she feels and that being at a bachelorette party made it real for her. And she just needed to get it off her chest and thought she could trust Ava. He asked her why. If all this time she had feelings for him, would she be with Antonio when he set them up? Cammie said she thought that things wouldn't get serious between them and thought eventually that he would come around. Said that she would give hints, but he would never reciprocate, which should have been a hint to her. He told her that although they've had a long friendship, this was something that he couldn't look past and that she is no longer invited to the wedding. He told her that he would assist her in any returns or refunds that she would need for any money spent so far. Cammie was upset and said that she didn't mean for me to hear what she said and that she was never going to make any problems for us. I mean, she already did. She already
Saying
did.
it.
Saying it out loud to his sister made a problem. He said it didn't matter that we were only inviting people to the wedding that love and support our relationship and that her actions show that she didn't. Cammie then started talking crap about me, saying that I think that I'm all of that and that I believe I'm better than her. Eli cut her off and said, I don't think that I'm all that. But if she believes that I'm better than her, then she should evaluate her own insecurities and work on that. He then hung up. Antonio and I were so shocked, all we could do was laugh. She clearly has always felt this way about me, but was faking it to my face. I don't even know why she would think those things about me, as she's older than me and more successful. I'm still beginning my career and not even where I want to be to even believe I'm better than anyone. I'm just living my life and going with the flow. After the phone call, we all just discussed what happened, ate, and then Antonio left. He really didn't have any feelings towards the issue because he's now seeing someone else and has moved on from the situation, stating that she needs help. The next day was the day before Thanksgiving, and since my family was hosting Thanksgiving dinner, Eli's parents had a small gathering at their home for their immediate family and friends. Me and my fiance were invited, including his sister, her husband, Cammy, and his family. I really didn't know what to expect when getting ready to go there because I knew it would be awkward seeing Cammy in person after the argument the night before. My fiance didn't say anything, but I could tell he was still upset about everything. When we got to the party, everyone was already pretty much there except a few people. Before we even sat down or spoke to everyone, Eli told his family that he had something to say. Cammy was sitting off to the side with her parents and brother, not wanting to engage. He began saying that since it's close to the wedding, he might as well announce to everyone that if they do not love and support us getting married, they would be permanently disinvited from the wedding. His mom asked where this was coming from, and everyone was nervously looking around. That's so funny. He told her apparently there are people in this house that have an issue with him being engaged and that those people won't be allowed to attend. I'm guessing Cammy had already told her parents what happened because then her mom started to speak. She said that she thought it was tasteless to disinvite her daughter to the wedding after how long they had been close. Eli responded saying that he thought it was tasteless for her daughter to go to his fiance's bachelorette party, saying that it should have been hers. Mic drop. At this point, everyone was shocked, including me, because I had no idea he was going to address it to his family. They started to argue back and forth, with Ava's dad getting involved. Eli was having none of it and said that none of them would be invited except for Cammy's brother, who wasn't agreeing with what his sister had done. Cammy's family ended up leaving shortly after the confrontation. Eli's mom was shocked and hurt about everything that happened, but supported us. She said she would speak with her friend and that she felt it was all inappropriate. I apologized to her and Eli's dad, saying that I hated that this happened and that it is causing a rift. She and Ava told me I have nothing to be sorry about and that they all were on our side. Cammy ended up sending both Eli and Ava very long, nasty messages about how they weren't loyal to her and that I was purposely causing a divide between the two because I wanted to punt her out of the family and sabotage their relationship. This woman is delusional. So my fiance just blocked her. She then texted me saying that me and Eli's relationship wouldn't last very long if I became jealous of every woman important in his life. I blocked her as well. I may be a lot of things, but jealous isn't one of them. I'm happy and very secure in my relationship. Honestly, seeing how far he's willing to go to make sure that my day is perfect, his words, not mine, just solidified to me more than ever that I'm marrying the right person. Thanksgiving was amazing and we had a good time with the family. Sadly, that night is when my brother got into his accident, so we had to deal with that. Everything is now starting to calm down and now me and my fiance can relax until next week. Then we leave for Palermo, Italy, where the wedding will be. I forgot they were having a destination wedding.
So
Very
that's what
cool.
he paid her back for, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I may update you guys in the future, but for now, this will be the final update. I'm willing to answer any other questions you guys may have for me in the comments. And there are some relevant comments. This seems like an overreaction given that Cammy was already distancing herself and never said anything. I think you and your fiance are full of yourselves. Dang. Like the speech was unnecessary. Telling others was unnecessary. Yes, you and your fiance escalated things and you talked like you should have beat her on or something when you eavesdropped on a private conversation. She admitted she was jealous and struggling. She didn't do anything to you. Anyways, you two drama queens, you and your fiance deserve each other. Weirdos. There's more to the story that I left out. I didn't go into detail on what she put in the long messages she sent to my fiance and his sister, but this is not an overreaction. This girl has been smiling in my face, acting like my friend, wanting to be best friends, knowing the whole time she had feelings for my fiance. Yes, maybe my fiance could have handled it a little better. I've already spoken to him about it, but he won't apologize for what he said. He meant every last word. I 100% back my fiance and how he chose to handle her and her parents. I don't want anyone around me who's secretly jealous of me. Those people are dangerous and cannot be trusted. I may be young, but I have sisters and close friends around me who I trust and have been in my life for over 10 years. I don't need, nor do I want, fake love and support celebrating with me on my wedding day. I didn't center myself at all. I didn't know how my fiance was going to take the news. Yeah, I don't think OP knew that the fiance was going to call them out at Thanksgiving. I think she was pretty surprised as well. He's normally the calm and thoughtful one. I think he really just felt blindsided and thought I would leave him, so he just wanted to set things straight before any other problems. The wedding is slowly approaching. We're both just super anxious and just trying to take in as many happy moments that we can. Bottom of form. Commenter 2 says, yes, she always gave me pick-me vibes. She always hung out with just guys. Her only real girlfriend was Ava. It always felt like she was trying too hard when she came around all the girls. Commenter 3 says, judging by Cammie's mother's first reaction, being to blame your fiance for the disinvitation, it's not hard to find the source of Cammie's behavior. Those two probably have the same thought process too. I would advise security for your wedding just to avoid some further avoidable drama. Never think too high of some people. Also glad that your brother is okay. Like the other had said, keep an eye on him because no one knows when the trauma will surface. And there is a final update addressing the comments. I'm here to clear some things up. My fiance did not address the issue at Thanksgiving dinner the night before Thanksgiving. His parents had a small get-together at their home that included me, my fiance, Ava, Ava's husbands, Cammie's brother, and parents. There was also another couple that was on the way who are friends of my in-laws. When we arrived, the couple hadn't arrived yet, so the confrontation did not happen in front of them, only our two families. I already spoke with my husband regarding his actions that night and told him I felt like things could have been handled a lot more privately. Once he was able to calm down about the whole situation, he also agreed. I just wanted to say that this is not something that my fiance does all the time. He's sweet, kind, caring, and loving. So seeing people call him aggressive for standing up for me is baffling. This morning, I expressed to my fiance that I think that he should apologize. He called Cammie this morning, telling her that although he does not regret anything he said, he could have handled the situation maturely. The conversation went absolutely nowhere because all she was trying to do was get him to change his mind, telling him that it's not too late to cancel the wedding. She took that as him being like, I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm over it, guys. It's starting to drain me and my happiness. Ava has also apologized to Cammie and also expressed to her that she had no idea she was going to be put on blast at dinner. I don't know and do not care what happens with their friendship from there. I won't be going out of my way to be involved. Disrespectfully, for those of you who believe that I'm the mean girl and that I like drama, kindly kiss my butt. Someone in the comments told me I won and that I got the man. WTF is this? Are you truly okay? My fiance isn't the prize. I will never fight over a man and go out of my way to be mean to another woman over a man. I actually liked Cammie, which is why she was even invited to my bachelorette party. No, we weren't super close. No, she wasn't a bridesmaid, but she was cool enough to celebrate with me. She always wanted to be the center when it came to the boys or getting attention. Not me. Before this, there hasn't really been any drama. Drama actually causes me high anxiety and it sprinkles to depression. But you know what I do enjoy? You guys listening to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. In case some of you didn't realize, everyone's names is changed for the sake of concealing our identities. Thank you guys for all the love and support of messages to my little brother. He's doing okay, and he's being watched carefully as we are aware that some injuries can show up after the accident. For my mental health, I think this will be my last update. I thought I would update you guys for the wedding, but these mean comments take away that fun. I truly appreciate everyone who has left kind messages for me. You guys have truly put a smile on my face. And that is the end of that story. My girlfriend discovered my savings. Now she wants to be a stay-at-home mom.
How much are you making?
A bit of background, my girlfriend and I are 30 and 31 respectively. We have been dating for about a year. I work as a high-level engineer at a good firm, and my girlfriend works as a payroll specialist at a good firm too. I make significantly more than her 3 times. By the way, this comes from Throwaway Trophy Girlfriend, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. Things were good in our relationship until I showed her my retirement and savings. She now doesn't see the point of working and has started framing our relationship in that she is the beautiful one and I'm the nerdy engineer that was lucky to have her. Before, when we met, she was all about making it her own way, eventually starting her own company with her sister and sourcing and recruiting. But now she jokes about driving a Range Rover and wearing Lululemon and going to yoga. We were having a discussion again about this trophy wife stuff. She brought up that I was nerdy back in the day while she was very popular. I told her she's not a trophy wife. That yes, she's attractive, but it's not a huge difference between us. I told her had it been the case that I met her when she was 22 and I was my current age, then sure, but she isn't 22 anymore. After I said that, she just started crying like crazy. She started saying that I think of her as ugly and used up, that her best years are behind her. She just told me that if I'm not happy to be with her, why am I even here? To stop wasting her time. I tried to talk to her, but she was in no state for a conversation. I don't know what to say, guys. For me, I just wanted to say that I think we're similar in attractiveness. Like, I don't think anyone, when they see us, turns their head and is like, oh, she's with him because of the money. Or dang, he's so lucky to be with her. I think it's mutual. She was the one that, if anything, went after my attractiveness first. What should I do? I like the fact that we both work and I don't want to change that dynamic. And I don't want her to think too that she is above me, that I'm so lucky to have her. I want her to think of us as equals, and in my attempt to do that, I hurt her feelings. What's the next move? Top comment says this seems to be a very textbook case of psychological projection. Because of your discrepancy in salary, she likely feels she is worth less than you. She likely feels like her best years are behind her, seeing as you took off and are only going up. Her poking around about her being a trophy wife is seeking validation that she is not worthless and that you still value her, and her financial contributions are nothing to be ashamed of. I don't think she's a gold digger. I think she's taking some hits on her self-esteem, though no fault of your or her own. I think some counseling would go a long way here. Edit, thank you all for your awards and replies. I appreciate the recognition. There is a lot to unpack for both the OP and his girlfriend in this situation, but the point is that is worth unpacking. Cheers. D-Bomb 18 says, I think that the trophy wife nonsense started when she found out how inadequate her money is compared to yours. She was/is ambitious. She wanted success and was confident in her achievements. When she found out that your income created something that she wanted to accomplish, but is now realizing that she may never get that type of money or success, I think it sent her into a midlife crisis. Her new perspective demonstrates her desire to be the best at something. The trophy wife you kind of described above is a new visual successful image to her. She has money, is beautiful, can wear the name brand clothes, does yoga, and has a husband who appreciates her for her looks because she is popular. These examples show that she wants to be appreciated and successful in some aspect of her life. I think she's going the superficial route because she feels like she hasn't achieved the success she wanted at her age. She isn't as financially successful as you. Her job is probably peaked in salary and she needs to feel needed, appreciated, and better than you in some way. 3 days later, a couple things I want to add to the people that said my girlfriend was a gold digger. She has really climbed her own way from university to where she is now and has a good work ethic. Like, this is not just someone that their whole life. Also, to the people that said my girlfriend lost motivation after seeing my wealth, she has dated guys that made more than me. Overall, I wanted my girlfriend to feel special, like she's the most beautiful woman in the world, but I don't like that she is above me, that she is on a pedestal, and that I am this inferior engineer. We had a discussion and things honestly just got worse. I tried to talk to her, but she was just bringing up the worst things I said to her without any of the context of her basically calling me ugly. Also, she brought up too that my dad was awkward as heck. Dang, now we're bringing in parents into the conversation?
What?
She's like, also, you're ugly and your dad's awkward. She brings up my comments about me saying that she would be a trophy wife at 22, but not at 30. She goes on to say that all the engineers she's met have a chip on their shoulder for not getting laid when they were in college. And she goes on to start saying that the bitterness is coming out, thinking that they're entitled to a hot young girlfriend because they couldn't date them in college. And that is why I made that comment, trying to tear her down. Oh, and so he was like, yeah, maybe if you were 22, that
right,
makes a little bit more sense.
Earlier.
Yeah.
It was like, back when you were 22, you were hot.
Well,
but
I think maybe what he was trying to say is like, you were a hot young girlfriend, maybe if you were 22, but you're the same age as me. So it does, you can't.
He was
and then
saying
like,
you're not a younger girlfriend.
Exactly.
It
and she was like,
wrong.
yeah, she was here and I'm not hot. I just got frustrated. So I was like, yeah, I agree. I was never able to get the hot girl in college. And even with all the money I make, still can't get them now. So unfortunately, I have to go secondhand and with a couple of wrinkles. Again, this just set things off where she called me a misogynist for calling her secondhand. Not wrong. Said that I treated her like a used car, and pretty sure when she tells her friends about her fight, that's what she'll tell them. I don't know what to say. It was just ridiculous. Like, she started this whole thing that I can't get the girls I supposedly really want. Like, she's the one making this whole dating thing into have and have nots. So if you want that analogy, I'll play that analogy too. I just agreed with it, and now I'm the bad guy? I don't know what to do. She will say 10 bad things about me, that I was ugly, that I'm lucky to be with her, but when I respond, she blows up and storms out. I don't know what the heck to do. Like, we had fights before, but this just seems to be impossible. We had decent communication before, but now it's trash. I don't know what to do. Like, I am more than open to talk without putting each other down, but she really wants me to be in subservient position. I don't know, maybe in her past relationships, she had that power over guys where they were like, OMG, I'm dating someone so attractive. But I'm not okay with that. I don't know what she wants at this point. It seems like she's looking for a reason to break up. I know some people are saying break up, but I really was hoping to settle down soon. I hate the idea of starting from scratch all over again and dating. Like, we had so many amazing times together and a good idea of the future. Dude is in the cost sunk fallacy.
Just prove her wrong. Yeah, you're like, oh, I can't get any of the hot girls now?
Get a hot girl. Leave her. I was excited. Someone beautiful and ambitious, and I got along with well. Now this, 2 months ago, we were talking about rings. How many people we would have at our wedding, whether we will send our kids to private school or not. By the way, you can send your kids over to listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. But there is a little bit left to this story. Please send me your analysis of the situation. Here it is. Break up with her. If there is something from the female perspective I don't understand, please tell me. She doesn't like you. I don't want to let this go without putting in my all. But I'm not going to be in a subservient position. What should I do? How can I handle this properly? And Deleted says, yeah, this relationship is over. There's no bouncing back from this. Katie CXX says, unfortunately, I have to go secondhand. Has yikes stamped on it in 104-point font, man. And that's the end of that stories, folks.
Yikes. The more he really like doubled down on being like, and she's really not that great.
Yeah.
Like, I was starting to be like, whoa.
No, that's
dude,
the thing. He doesn't like her either.
Right.
Like that he's an active participant in how unhealthy this relationship is.
She started the whole thing, but he's kind of like really like.
He's like, oh, you're going to hit me? I'm going to hit you 2 more times. It's like, no, this is not a boxing match.
The engineer brain being like, I really would like a detailed analysis.
Yes. Yeah. Can you send that over to me, please?
Everything I did wrong.
It's pretty easy, man. But that's the end of that story and the end of this episode.